think it's dirty. I was gonna wear a different shirt, but I found this one, and I was like, you know what? I'll rock this shirt. Jesus, what is going on here? Why is it like that?
I forgot my glasses.
My glass. Have you seen my glasses? Why is it so zoomed in?
I drove all the way into town to buy this.
Did you? I'm excited to try it.
Well, Spaceside's my favorite, and I've never had Caribbean oak cask finish.
Yeah, this is
But I want it to chill. I haven't even had a sip yet. I want it to chill.
I know. I just pushed mine over into this glass, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm excited, man, dude! I love these like that ice cube tray, the square ice cubes. I think it like makes it. It's like.
I mean, I had to pick the like grape stems off of the ice, but you know,
the grape stems.
There are grape stems on top of it. You probably throw your grapes in the freezer.
No, that's weird. All right, maybe they just
my first taste.
Okay,
I don't know. Should I wait till we're recording?
No, we are recording. This is all going on.
Oh, all right. Well,
okay. Well, but before you do it,
all right.
Let's just go over the.
What's up, everyone? Welcome. I brushed my teeth and everything, so there would be nothing to interfere with the taste of this first sip of this.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Elvis Type Podcast. It's your host, Travis. Jon, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'll be better in about 30, though.
30 seconds or 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Oh, because you're going to be a little tipsy.
It's been a long work week. I'm tired.
Yeah, I know. I was like thinking like we should like turn.
Oh, God.
We got new chairs in here. If you guys aren't watching the video.
We're drinking today. Nope, can't read it. Oh, is it going to focus in?
Over your face. Is it going to do it or what?
This is a trick, people. It might not work.
Oh, there it goes. Got it.
Word.
So stupid. But I was like thinking, man, maybe we should like, we got John and I, my wife got these chairs that were in our office or our bedroom, and she was like, hey, I'm going to get rid of them unless you guys want to use them for the podcast. And so now we're sitting in these beautiful cushiony leather chairs.
I mean, it is way more comfortable.
It's like immensely more comfortable than, but I'm like,
I feel like I'm not leaning over, like sucking on the mic either.
Yeah.
So it's
nice. These are pretty nice, especially after like a long week of training. Like I was like, oh, I can't wait to sit in those chairs.
I can't say that, but you know, it's been a long work week.
I missed out on Thursday's class because I had to do stuff at home. We had been like without groceries for a week.
It's probably because I've been cooking for you. You know, smash burgers,
bro. Those smash burgers are delicious. I'm not gonna lie.
People, if you haven't tried the smash burger, my whole life, you make a hamburger, you make that big patty. We're doing it wrong. Go with the smash burger.
Smash burgers are legit, especially when you have like a griddle to make the smash burgers on. John just got this gigantic flying saucer grill that you should probably put on a picture. You put on a picture of it on Instagram.
Yeah, but good engineering, man. Good engineering with that drip tray.
Yeah, the drip trays made to where everything drips to one side. It's not flat. It has a slope to it, which sounds like, a common sense thing. But surprisingly, not a lot of grills do it.
All you Blackstone owners know what I'm talking about.
So John's been doing that, and I feel like it's like once a week we're having freaking.
I'm eating cheeseburgers 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, I just had cheeseburgers.
I know. That's why I was like, not tonight. I didn't tell you I already had one. I had Habit when I went and picked up the Scotch.
Oh, Jesus, man.
I'm spoiled because now that you can order it on the app for curbside pickup. I mean, I order it from my truck as I leave work, and it's hot and fresh and ready as I get to the parking lot.
I can tell you're enjoying some Habit, bro.
Yeah,
got a little bit. Wait, before you do that, you got to tell them what the beverage of the day is, man.
Oh,
did you just take a drink? I haven't taken a drink
yet. I've had like 5 since we started.
Oh, Jesus, man. I can't even. I'm too focused on trying to move this fucking behemoth of a chair.
Look, I don't know how you say half the stuff on this bottle. That's why I wanted you to show the picture of it.
The Glen.
Go ahead. Try to say.
Give me the case. Let me see. This is Glen Fodry. Fodry?
There's probably some Scottish guy laughing at us right now. Like these idiots don't even know how to say it. All I know how to say is Speyside, and I like all that, so I keep buying it.
Yeah, Motl Scotch whiskey, Seaside single, huh?
You
Or
know,
Speyside single.
I say spay, but they
Spey?
can't say that unless it's in a certain geographical area of Scotland.
Oh,
If
really?
it's not there, they can't call it that type of Scotch.
Then how is it a? Oh, it's because it's a Caribbean oak.
Well, it's imported from there to here.
Mm.
That's why they make you pay so much money to drink it.
Let's try this. I'm not a Scotch guy.
Remember, it's a sip.
But yeah,
It's a sip.
I'm going to pound it, John. This is just we're going to get drunk on our first episode together in a while. Here we go. Time to get
Go
hammered.
for it. So smooth. It's delicious.
I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty freaking good.
Yeah, it's great.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little nervous because I just took a big swig on accident. A bigger sip, and I was like, "Oh no!" But that's actually really good. I'm not a whiskey or Scotch guy. I feel like a lot of it. Maybe it's because I just drank the shitty stuff, but I feel like maybe you guys can attest to this at home. I feel like it's just rubbing alcohol. It's like some rubbing alcohol that's a little bit smoother than others. But
Well, this sounds horrible, but do you kind of get that medicine-y taste to it? It's like the peat. That's what it tastes like to me. It's good, but you get that kind of funny taste on this.
I'm not cultured enough to know what you're talking about.
Well, the first time I had this Speyside particularly, I was like, Jesus Christ, what did they soak this shit in peat? And then I was like, it's horrible. I'll never drink it again. And then I kept drinking it, and I was like, yeah, it's good. I like it.
It's like anything, right? when you first try it, it's like like beer,
black
wine,
coffee. People are like, how do you
coffee.
drink that shit? I mean, they got good black coffee and shitty black coffee.
They do. And you have to like sit there and you're like, I'm just gonna keep trying. Or I don't know. I don't think I was like, I want to keep trying coffee until I like it. I think just something in my head one day was like, I want a cup of coffee, and then it just tasted good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like. And I feel like whiskey and Scotch, and because you drink it more, so I feel like that's kind of.
Well, I feel like this is
rubbing
healthier
off on
than
me.
beer. This is like 60 calories, where a beer is like 300. So you can drink like 3 or 4 of these.
What beer are you drinking?
Bro, look up the average calorie content of regular beer, not light beer.
What kind? Let's see. Give me a beer.
Let's look up a regular, unfiltered Hefeweizen. Pyramid Hefeweizen.
This is going on live on the podcast, by the way. Pyramid.
Yep. That unfiltered one that you think helps promote breast milk.
How the hell do you spell Hef again?
I love it. Hefe.
There we go. Got it. Let's see the caloric intake of this.
Let's check it out.
The Hefeweizen Pyramid Brewing. Am I over 21? Absolutely not.
They wouldn't even listen.
You guys are going to get in trouble.
What do we got?
18 IBUs.
Ugh.
So that's just
calorie
super
content?
light. Where's the calorie
You probably
content?
gotta like Google the calorie content.
This is people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, Skip!"
No, don't skip. You want to know this. So for you drinkers out there, just drink the
145 calories.
Okay.
You are literally saying it's twice
that's
the
close.
amount.
All right, well look
That's
up
nowhere
how
close
much
to
is in a
300.
glass of scotch. Let's look it up.
Oh, okay, here we go.
I just feel like you can drink more scotch, to hit them calories. God, I hope I'm right. I thought it was 60.
80 calories. Yep, about 35 milliliters glass of scotch.
So it's healthier.
Yeah.
Drink scotch.
Yeah, I mean, healthier is like it's relative.
Just say it.
But wow, I can't believe we just did that. So, hey, John, what's going on with you lately, man?
Not much. I'm taking a long hiatus from the old jiu-jitsu game.
Yeah. Why is that? What is the deciding factor?
God, there's so many deciding factors.
Well, let's hear it. Let people at home want to hear.
Let's back it up a little bit. So everyone that listens to this knows I had that shoulder surgery in November.
Yeah.
They said it'd take about a year till you get like really back from that. I started going back at the 7-month mark, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Because I got it the end of November last year.
Yeah.
Anyway, went back, tried it out. It was interesting. Definitely didn't feel like before the surgery. And just right now, I didn't feel it. I think I went back maybe 8 or 9 classes.
Yeah.
Since
you did a couple of beginners class too.
And it definitely just didn't feel there, which was a little disheartening. And I don't think you were in the class where I think Cody just pushed the arm back and I screamed, No,
you can't. I don't remember. I think that was one of the beginners class, and you called me right after it happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it right now, so I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. What do you mean by it felt like it just wasn't there. Like what wasn't there? Just like the love for
The
jiu-jitsu,
passion,
the passion.
the competitiveness. I wasn't feeling competitive. Not only that, just the change. Like, the core group of people I'm used to training with, we're down to a couple. And honestly, I'd say what I didn't know when we started, and we're fucking like 4.5 years into this,
Yeah.
is I wish I would pay. Now the most important thing to me when I'm looking to train
Schedule.
is the schedule. Like, that's it. I'm done with, and it seems to be common, I'm done with the 6 p.m. classes.
Yeah.
It's not for me. I work, we work all goddamn day. We get up early. We're gone before the sun rises.
Yeah, even during the summertime, the sun's still not up, and the sun gets up at freaking 4:30 in the morning.
I just don't want to train until 8 o'clock.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, man. I tried to solicit a 4 p.m. class to. I actually talked to Jordan Pressinger about this, and he basically said, like, why don't you just talk to your instructor? Like, maybe they don't think that there's a want for that, so they don't do it because they don't think anyone actually wants it.
Yeah.
And so I talked to our gym owner, and I was like, hey, what do I got to do to get it? What do we have to do to get a 4 o'clock class? And he's like, no one's going to come to a 4 o'clock. And I was like, there's plenty of people that would probably come to a 4 o'clock. You don't even know if people are going to come to the 4 o'clock because we don't have a 4 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and honestly, at this point, I like to get off work and I like to immediately work out.
Yeah.
And then I like to be done, spend time with the family and all that jazz.
Yep.
And we'll give it some time. We'll see if my attitude changes in a couple months.
Yeah. I know it's people were pretty bummed out in class. I every time, look, if you guys are watching the video at home, every time I adjust my microphone, do a shot. Okay, we're gonna make this episode a drinking. I keep adjusting my microphone because I'm trying to like find like the perfect spot to where I can talk to John. But no, like when in class when I had called you that night, that I was like, why didn't you tell people you were quitting or you were taking a hiatus from jiu-jitsu? Because I felt like when I told the entire class, they're like, hey, where's John? I was like, he quit. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah. I felt like when you break up with someone and everyone's like so used to you being together, they're like, hey, it's John and Katie, Travis and Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
And so they're like, where's John? Like, I have all the answers for John's life.
It's tough. I could make a million excuses, right? I could say, look, 44, 2 shoulder rebuilds.
But before you continue, are those excuses? Like, those are like legitimate
They feel like
reasons.
excuses to me.
Is it because you feel bad because you?
Yeah, I mean, who wants to say like, look, like I said, both shoulders are rebuilt. All this shit. Those are. I feel like if I was 30, I wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
But now it's like a different ball game. Recovery's so difficult. Like, it's just different.
So, have you ever thought about, instead of taking like your hiatus, like maybe addressing those things head on? You know what I mean? Like, still trying, and then I know it's like you got to be discouraged, right? Because everyone else is like progressing, and then like you said, you don't feel competitive, you don't feel as strong, you don't feel the passion there. Do you think that's because like you took such a long, like, what makes you think you're going to come back when you've already taken such a long period away?
Right.
And, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm worried about. I'm like, John, I feel like I don't want you to be that guy that's like, I'm going to take a break and then just freaking never comes back.
Well, you got to look at like, life's not all about just that, right? I have other things going on right now, which is I have to look at work differently right now.
Yeah.
That's like a different stress.
Yep. Completely agree.
Like at some points I feel like you have to change your focus on what you could really dive into in life. And right now that's just on the back burner for me.
Completely understand.
I mean, you know how it is. Like, school's about to start again, right?
Yep.
Soccer's about to start again. The cheer. So it's like I'm going to be very busy.
Yeah.
Especially during the week. And like I said, like that 6 to 8 o'clock is just not gonna work for me right now.
I agree, man. I feel you, like, because there's even nights when we have 2 under 2, and so it gets kind of hard to tell Lauderdale that hey, put the babies down. I'm gonna go roll with a bunch of hot, sweaty dudes. Like, I'll be back at 8 o'clock, and it is very very difficult to find the motivation, especially now because I'm working overtime again because we're trying to do projects around the house, right? So I get to work at 5 a.m. and I work 5 to 2:30 most days, and then I work Saturdays when I can. I'll do 8 to 10 hours on a Saturday, and then it's like, so to find, and I'm sure you guys feel this at home too, especially if you're parents. It's really hard to get off at 2:30, pick up the kids, get home by 3, right? And then wait 2.5 hours
That's the real killer.
yeah,
is that
it's
time.
honestly the 2.5 hour wait. And then I'm like, okay, like I've like wind down a little bit. Like I'm like, I kind of want a beer, and it's hard.
Yeah, that's why literally I want to go from work to the gym.
Yeah.
And just that simple, but we'll see. Who knows? I mean, we're hobbyists, right? This isn't our full-time gig. We're not like professional jiu-jitsu athletes that
very true.
Where you spend all that time.
But I think that makes it even, to me, because I am a hobbyist and I do it for fun and I want to do it because it's it's the time I get away from, being a dad or a husband or whatever. And like it's like my little mental break from, my wife's probably hearing this in the other room, probably texting me right now. But, it's like my bi-weekly break of going out, being physical, being around other like-minded people. And it's really hard to be like, I can't wait until 6 o'clock tonight to go. And like, I really just want to go to sleep. Like, I'm so tired.
Yes, 100%.
Like, we even were trying to record this earlier in the week, and like, even our guest that we're waiting to get on the show, he's even busy. So we're like, really, like, the podcast is kind of getting on the back burner again, and jiu-jitsu's getting on the back burner. It's just hard, man.
It is, and I think that's just life in general. You'll have ebbs and flows of being busy, not being busy, and you'll have time, you won't have time, and you just have to just go with the flow.
Yeah. I really would like to hear how people at home that have multiple children, wives, partners, husbands, whatever, what is your like schedule for jiu-jitsu look like? Like, do you have to keep yourself going in order so you don't wind down too much to where you're unmotivated to go? You know what I mean? Like, what do you guys do at home? Because maybe I can implement it. You know what I mean? I would love to take my kids with me to jiu-jitsu like some people do, but my kids' bedtime is at jiu-jitsu time. So it's like, I much rather put them to bed than take them and have them up too late and, have a terrible night of sleep. So
yeah, when you say it like that, I was just thinking in my head, when I was trying to go back, it felt like I was reading a shitty book. Like, I was just going through the motions. You know what I mean? Like I was there, but I was just doing it because I wanted to get, but just wasn't feeling it. But we shall see.
Yeah. I wish there was more place. I kind of wish we lived in a bigger area. So I was thinking about this the other day. So there was more places that we could try. But everyone here has the same schedule.
Yeah. They're all 6 PM. Yeah. The only difference is, KCS has the morning classes.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be able to make. It's just like 6 a.m. We'd be at work. The only other thing is they have a 5 o'clock boxing, which I'd be interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, don't even know if the shoulders can handle straight up boxing.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
So, John, I got some talking points from this week that I wanted to go over and get your opinion on.
Hit me.
One of the first ones is Leandro Lo, the killing of Leandro Lo in Brazil. He was in a nightclub. Guy grabbed a bottle off his table. He took him to the ground. When he got up, the guy pulled out a gun, almost point blank, boom, shot him in the head twice, and then kicked him on the ground before he ran off too. And McDojo Life has a pretty good breakdown of, what happened and a point of view that I thought was really interesting because we talk about, jiu-jitsu makes you bully proof or helps you become bully proof. It helps with your self-defense. It helps you de-escalate situations, right? And I feel like that's what happened in that, right? And this is obviously from the outside looking in,
for sure.
But he took him down because, like, look, man, give me my bottle back. Like, that's not yours. You're not going to steal something from me, right? Took him down, didn't punch him or anything like that. Then they broke it up. He let him up and didn't escalate it anymore. And then he still gets killed because of it. Because the guy's fragile ego was like, I can't believe you just you just did that to me in a nightclub. And the guy's a cop. Well, was a cop. What is your opinion on this?
It's probably going to be controversial with my opinion, but I guess I don't mind. This reminds me of the motorcycle road rage where the other black belt world champion was shot and killed.
Oh, yeah, but it's the opposite way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you say maybe they both had a little bit of hurt feelings, right? He didn't like his bottle getting taken.
Yeah.
Right? These are, I don't want to Monday quarterback it, but I'm sure he wished he would have just left him with the bottle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel sorry for his family. It's a big loss.
The jiu-jitsu community is like devastated 100%. By it, obviously.
I mean, you can't predict when people are going to make decisions like that, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have to be really careful, You never know who you're messing with. You don't know their mindset. You don't know the day they've had.
Dude.
You don't know how they're going to react. And I'll tell you what, if I was in a club early Sunday morning, that in itself, I'm already in a bad spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm glad he tried. I mean, did he need to defuse it? I don't know. It's not like there was a fight going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a tough situation. I'm sure if he was alive today, he probably wishes it would have went differently, obviously.
Right.
Like, keep that bottle. I don't care.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I go back and forth, right? Is like, because it's like all of this over a bottle of alcohol.
Yeah. Right. That's what I mean.
Like, and
the worst.
And I think, yeah, right. It's and people at home are going to probably be upset about this, but was that him taking that bottle of alcohol worth your life? You know what I mean? Like,
and you don't know that's going to happen.
And that's the problem. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I was about to say, and that's the problem, right? It's like, in his head, he probably thought he was doing the right thing and was like, look, man, just give me my stuff back. Like, I don't want you to take my stuff, right? Blase, blase. And then you don't know that someone's in a nightclub with a bunch of people around him are going to pull out a freaking gun and shoot you.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's to your point. I always tell Lauderdale and, everyone that I talk to, like, what's the point of honking your horn and getting in road rage or something? Like, you don't know
1000% how that's going to go.
You don't know who people are. You don't know if they train. You don't know if they're freaking senile or crazy or whatever. And that's the reason that they're acting the way they are. You know what I mean? It's like, it's to me, I know how I would have acted. I say that now, but I'm not an 8-time world champion black belt, right? But I maybe because I'm I'm not that type of person, but I would be like, hey man, give me my bottle back. And then if he didn't, I'd be like, damn, he took my bottle. What I mean? Like, whatever.
Well, I mean, look, jiu-jitsu instills confidence, right? You know how to defend yourself, and I'm sure he has bucket loads of confidence in his jiu-jitsu, obviously. I don't know if that plays into it. I know, when we originally got into it, it was like, all right, yeah, let's get some exercise, learn some self-defense. We realized we were horrible at self-defense. Right. So
we would literally die.
But I always in my head knew that if I ever have to use jiu-jitsu, like out in the street, everything else has failed for me. So, I don't know. I feel for him. I feel bad for his family, jiu-jitsu community. I don't know what goes through your head in that time because I'm never in those situations.
Yeah, and that's another thing, right? Is like not victim blaming, but just not putting yourself in that situation. But he was young, he was 31, 32 years old, same age as me, right? And it's like we talked about the chick that unfortunately was assaulted here.
Mm-hmm.
Just not putting yourself in that situation, not being in nightclubs.
Well, look,
early Sunday mornings.
I'm always a what if person. And
yeah.
My wife thinks I'm paranoid. Dog, get out. But I don't like putting any of us in those situations. We got to go to a high school scrimmage at the Seahawks stadium. I think next weekend or the next. I don't want to go.
That?
Yeah, I don't want to, but my daughter's going to be there. My wife's going, so I got to go.
Right.
Now, this is the first thing that goes to me that she's like, why don't you want to go? First reason, can't conceal carry over there.
Yeah.
I have a permit, but whenever you go into that stadium,
they search you.
They search you, metal detectors, you can't bring a firearm in. So I'm like, that's one flag I don't want to go because if anyone lives in Washington and listens to this, especially around the stadium, it is horrible. Three
really
teenagers beat a tuba player to death during a game right outside the stadium. some of the gun forums I'm on, a guy went to a country concert there, got beat to death on his way out. He was one of the members on the forum. He didn't bring his gun because it's not allowed. So, like even going to that area in my head, if it was just me, I wouldn't do it. I'd have never went, but I'm going because my family's going.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that, I can't protect myself the way I want, even when I go over there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be in the middle of the day.
Yeah. And, alcohol, rowdy people,
Mhm.
people yelling, "See,
Yeah. Well,
Hawks."
Seattle's a shit show,
Yeah. Seattle's really bad now. To the point where I don't even want to go over there.
Nobody does.
Last time I was there, it was, last time I was there is when I worked in Seattle, and I would take the ferry over, or I would park my truck and wait for the ferry, and then I would walk to Pike's Market, and I would get flowers for Lauderdale and bring them back home for her, once or twice a week. And there's always a bunch of homeless people just laying all over the place,
And we're not talking sane homeless people.
No, yeah,
we're talking heavy drug-induced paranoia.
Yeah. People crapping in the
Yeah,
streets.
methed out.
Yeah, shooting up in the streets. I was like, Jesus, man. And this was just a couple years ago. So I can only imagine what it's like now. And I would like to say that my jiu-jitsu would make me feel more comfortable going to Seattle, but I just don't feel comfortable in general going.
My SIG would make me feel more comfortable going to Seattle.
Well, Aaron Janetti says your gun shouldn't be the first thing you reach for, Jonathan.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if a bunch of methed out crackheads come at me in Seattle, that's the first thing I'm reaching for.
Yeah, sorry, Aaron.
Hopefully at a distance of about 20 plus feet.
You're gonna have to adjust real quick to what's going on. You're like, all righty.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, that's a terrible situation. I feel for the family. They're trying to start a foundation. I think it is. They're trying to raise $100,000 to start a foundation in his name and everything like that. And it's a tough one, but
it is. What a loss too. I mean, that guy was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's one of 3 people to beat Gordon Ryan at black belt too.
It always seems worse when somebody's at the top of their game and something like this happens. I mean, you can see right now in the news with that female actress that got in that wreck and she's dead.
What?
That Anne I can't ever say her last name, but she got in a car wreck. She was in some movies with Harrison Ford. Used to be like Ellen DeGeneres' wife or something like that. But anyway,
no.
A lot of fame, a lot of money, right? I think she's maybe late 40s, early 50s, but gets in a wreck. She's brain dead right now. And I was like, I think she was drinking behind the wheel, obviously. But I'm like, man, you're at the top of your game. You've got everything that most of the population wishes they had, money for one.
Right.
And then this happens, and it's like, man, you never know.
You never know, and that's another point, right? Is 1 second you could think that you're doing everything right, and the next second
it takes one bad decision.
It takes not even a bad decision, right? It just takes you could make a good decision, think it's a good decision by all means to everyone that was the right decision, and you still have a bad outcome.
That's true. Very true.
You know what I mean? It's that, and that's hard. That's a hard situation to be in. It's like you just go back and forth on what could have been done differently. I think the only thing that could have been done differently in that situation is just letting it go.
God, that would be so hard though.
Especially because he was a big guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's Brazilian. He's won a bunch of world titles. He was probably there with a group of people. Everyone was like, what's going on? So.
And, he's probably got the jiu-jitsu mindset, right? Diffuse the situation, control it. Whereas the other person does not know any of that. You know what I mean? Or, I mean, maybe they did, but hurt feelings.
Go escalate things too fast, apparently, man. So, so lately we've been in class. We've been training omoplatas.
I saw that.
These last 2 weeks. And one thing that we're doing mostly a lot of it from guard. And I was having a hard time from close guard getting to the omoplata. You grab a cross and then pull the arm, and then you swing your if you have the right arm, you swing, or if you have their left arm, you swing the right leg up to catch the omoplata, sit up, and kind of go to the omoplata position. But I was having the hardest time getting my leg to slide up and hit the shoulder to like kind of knock
Because you
them
got them
down.
big ass legs.
Yeah, and so I don't know if that's it. Probably because I have a blue belt and I'm fucking terrible at jujitsu. But but I figured out, if you guys have this problem at home too, uh, I just I would put my foot on the opposite hip and it would help me kick myself out
Mm-hmm.
to help swing it up, and I would create more power and momentum to get to the position. And once I figured that out, dude, the whole rest of the series was so much easier for me.
And
I was,
nice when it clicks like
dude,
that.
and because you watch Professor, and he's so good and he's
Yeah,
so
you're like, God
fluid.
damn, he's so good.
Yeah, you're like, motherfucker. He's so good, and you're like, man, he's doing it like this. Let me try to do it like this. And granted, he has a completely different skill set, different body type. And so when I do it like him, I don't do it as well. So I figured out creating that little bit of leverage and
For
pushing
sure.
off the hip and into the omoplata. That was a big thing that helped quite a bit. We also learned or like I said, we learned from closed guard and also from lasso, which was really cool. We learned two different ways from omoplata on lasso, and I have some video. Maybe I'll throw it in right around here on us doing these exercises or these techniques. But you got the lasso. Say I lasso up my left leg, and you got your other grip on their arm. You could just simply sit up. Well, not simply. I say simply. The technique is you sit up and you pull their arm. You pull their elbow that your lasso's in, and
Right.
you can switch your hips, and then boom, you're in an omoplata. And I was like, Jesus, man, these things are freaking
I
everywhere.
think I saw some video.
Yeah. It's probably one of my favorite series we've done in a while, to tell you the truth. It was a big eye opener, and it helped me realize that I just have to approach techniques a little bit differently, especially because I'm just now getting back in shape. Like you, Lordo, and I have been running a lot lately.
Yeah, I see you running with them babies in the
Yeah,
stroller.
yeah. We got a Bob stroller, and so it's a twofer. So we put the babies in it, and we go run a couple miles around our neighborhood, or we'll take the babies in the stroller, drop them off at John's mom's house, who's our babysitter, and then go run home and take care of the stuff we need to for the day. So my cardio is getting back up there, and so I've been trying to be way more consistent also, and I feel like it's paying off. I feel like it's coming back. But I did go through it like you. I was going through a little bit of a slump where I was
Yeah.
like, man, I can barely make it. I'm so freaking busy.
And it
Like,
gets weird. Like I said, I'd go, even when I was trying to go back to class, I didn't really know nobody in there except maybe two people. So it was just odd.
yeah, yeah. So that was a fun series, and I tried to partner with my friends that, well, people that I know aren't going to hurt me, and that I know are going to want to work the technique and not go super fast and not try to impress Professor, or like with Will, one of the guys, he's another blue belt. I like partnering with him because we'll sit there and I'm like, hey man, I don't think that was right, blah blah blah. You guys need to find training partners that you can sit there and you can talk through the technique and figure out with each other what's working, what's not working, and then have them be like, hey, that, we always make the joke of like, that was more of a crank. But, like if someone's actually telling you that during the technique, it helps out a lot. I have a couple training partners who I try to grab. I do like
But before the class
yeah,
starts,
right before the class. I'm like, John, you partners?
I think John's really good at that.
Yeah, John's good at that. Billy's really good at that. Even Cody, the owner. I try to get these people that are willing to, maybe not get as many reps in, but really look at it of a more, I guess you could say, analytical way of like, what are we doing wrong? How can we make this tighter or whatever? And I feel like that's really been helping quite a bit. Oh, we were doing these like single leg defenses in class, and it was funny. Coach David from the other side, he's like, I don't know, probably 5'10", 240-pound white belt, big strong guy. And he was my partner for the class, and we were doing single leg defense. And we did one where you push down on the back of the head, and then figure four your arm through with your wizard, and then you can push their head underneath and flip them over into side control. And I hit it twice during live rolls right after class. Yeah. I hit it on David, which I thought was super cool. And then I hit it on Will, the blue belt, also. I was like, holy crap, that works. I haven't been able to hit it because no one wrestles up to single legs anymore because they realize they're just going to get a counter.
And Will's a beast.
Yeah. So that's some of the stuff that we've been doing lately where I'm like, oh, man, it clicks. And I'm like, I gotta freaking write this stuff down. So I bought a couple jiu-jitsu journals, and we're gonna see
if that helps.
Yeah, see if that helps, because we always talk about. I know we always talk about documenting.
I tried it pretty hard for a while.
Yeah, we always talk about documenting your journey, whether it's filming yourself, whether it's writing notes, journaling, whatever, however you can to track your progress. And so I was like, man, I always tell people to journal. I have journals. I've journaled before, and I really need to like give myself, stick to it. Get a gym bag, put my journal in there, and right after class, right before I leave, take 5 minutes of
I'm
instead
just too
of talking.
Stupid. I've already forgot it after the end of class. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, same. That's what I was like, I gotta figure out a way.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe set an alarm at 7:30 to journal. You know what I mean, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because I think there's a lot of value in reflecting. We talk about it in business. When I was in college, getting my bachelor's, we talk about a lot of one of the best ways to learn is to reflect. Right? Go like looking at what you've done and how far you've came, and learning from that. You know what I mean? Like, just because you've progressed doesn't mean you can't learn from where you've already came from.
Have you ever looked at Stoicism?
Yeah.
You're supposed to journal every morning.
Morning?
Every morning. Like, yeah, you get up and you journal about what you did the day before, and you journal about your thoughts, and then you reflect on them, and you do that every day.
I need to start doing that.
Yeah. Stoicism's great.
Yeah.
Anybody that's never checked that out.
Why don't you journal?
Well, I don't journal for that, but I do listen to it every day on my ride to work.
The Daily Stoic podcast, right?
That one I used to listen to, but I don't listen to that one anymore. I've been doing like the coffee break. That guy's been doing a podcast for 5 years. He just gave it up.
Why?
Just life. It took a lot of time for him to edit it and, all that good jazz. So I need to find a new one.
Dang. 5 years.
But it's normally like a 15-minute coffee break timed podcast. Really good.
Yeah, that's about the drive time in.
Yeah.
I just listened to, I was telling you about this, Modern Wisdom had Jocko Willick on it, and Chris, I forgot what exactly his last name was, Chris like Williamson or something like that. He interviewed Jocko, and it was such a good interview that Chris Williamson. Modern Wisdom, if you guys want to check it out, especially the Jocko one. It was such a good interview. It made me rethink how I talk to people and how we interview people, because his questions were so
in depth.
But like, and not only that, but like
targeted,
and like they made me think. I was like, holy shit, man! Like, that's a great question. Like, he would tie questions into something that maybe he's learning or reading, and not necessarily anything to do with Jocko, right? And he'd be like, I was reading this book, and it was talking about, blah, 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 blah. And it had me thinking. And then he ties it into something to do with Jocko. And I was like, damn, that was a really good freaking question, man.
That's why you asked me such a good question. That's when you're like, well, why'd you quit?
Yeah.
Like, damn. All right, hold on. Let me bring that up.
Got to do that internal reflection, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've been listening to that one. I listened to a couple of the episodes. Some of them, I'm not too big of a fan of, but my brain's been hungry lately for like, how would I explain it? Like,
I've been listening to like life balance things, like work life balance.
Like what?
That's just what, like the Stoicism stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's really what I've been looking at, is trying to find that balance between work, life. I mean, if you ever find yourself driving home at the end of a day of work, just like trying to get rid of all that before you get home, that's where I feel like I'm at this point.
Yeah.
I don't like losing sleep thinking about the next day.
Man, and that's one beautiful part. Well, not necessarily you anymore, because you are so busy with work. But once I leave work, my, I'm done. Like
Right,
that's
right.
it. It don't come with me.
Yeah, I mean that is a big consideration for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so I try to leave work at work, and then I have like I park really far away from where my office is, so I have like a 20-25 minute, well, more like
He did get to
25-30.
carpool with me for a while.
Yeah, I have more like a 25-30 minute walk to my car, which is a great decompressor just for going home for the day, and then we have like what, a 25-minute drive home too. So
Yeah,
it takes me
probably
about an
about 20
hour.
minutes,
It
25
takes me
minutes.
about an hour to get home after work every day. So it's a great hour of either silence or like listen to a podcast or something to decompress. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
for sure.
So that's a great thing. Something else to great decompress is fantasy football, right, John?
Fantasy football. I'm going to be honest here. I've never played it.
You've never played
I
fantasy
don't even
football?
know how people play that. That's something like you millennials learned.
Bro, listen, fellas, fantasy football draft season is right around the corner. All right. CD Lamb is is good, but CD's beautiful balls. It's time to get your snake looking right for the snake draft with the sponsors of today's show, Manscaped. Leaders in below the waist grooming have created a championship lineup with the Performance
Wow.
Package 4.0. Join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for kickoff by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with code.
ETP20?
That's right, baby. Inside the Performance Package 4.0, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, my favorite, Crop Reviver toner, which is also great, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag. Tom Brady didn't come out of retirement for you to have hairy balls.
Yeah, or maybe he did.
Jesus Christ.
Slotted at quarterback, we have the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. This spaceship is here to guide you on your journey to trim your body, balls, and even your egg gap.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This fourth generation trimmer also features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor. Jesus. A new multi-function on and off switch can engage a travel lock and is even waterproof.
I accidentally engaged that travel lock one day, and I was like, "Shit, my Manscaped, my trimmer broke." And then I like Googled it, and they're like, "Oh, take it out of travel mode." I was like, "Motherfucker!" Like, it's been like 6 hours of me trying to figure this out. Don't forget to use your Crop Preserver ball deodorant and the Crop Provider to help your little bench warmers be on their A game while feeling the sun's heat. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts of their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Who's the commissioner now?
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code ETP20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code ETP20 at manscaped.com. It's time to put the PP back in the PPR and get a grip on your pigskin this season with Manscaped.
Jesus
Now, look, now that that's out the way, look, Manscaped shit's amazing.
It
And
is.
now that you've got a 30-minute walk in 100-degree heat, I mean, how much do you like having that anti-chafing?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This isn't a part of the ad anymore.
It's not. We're talking real life, us using it.
We just were hitting in the hundreds
for about 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, which is a lot for Washington, especially where we live. And I was using the shit out of that Crop Preserver ball deodorant. That was and that
I was
ball
going with
reviver.
I was going with the anti-chafer.
Well, that's the ball deodorant. Yeah, the anti-chafer is the ball. Yeah, that stuff was great. And then if I didn't want to use like too much of it, I would use the Crop Reviver.
Yes.
If I needed to do something, and yeah, it was great.
I mean, I'm sold. We've been using it now for months.
Yep,
shit's the bomb.
Yep, I love it. I can't complain at all.
For all you guys that got that fucking Sasquatch going on down there, you just need to go ahead and buy the whole kit.
Yep, ETP 20, baby.
Trust me.
So also another thing for the podcast, I started a Speak Pipe. Speak Pipe is a website, or it's kind of, I guess it's a website. It's supposed to be a widget for a website, but I don't have it on our website yet. But what you do is you record a question, And then we listen to it and we can play it on air on the podcast, and we can answer your questions if you have any questions for us or even the guest. I usually don't tell people what guest is coming, but I think I might start asking people to send in questions if they want for whatever our guest is.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That'll let them target those questions.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think it'd be, it'd bring in a variety, especially because we've always asked the questions and tried to bring up good questions. And we even talked about it. Like sometimes it's really hard to not ask the same questions over and over again, So, also I've been working on mobility a lot lately. You remember Ronwad? It was like the CrossFit yoga.
Yeah, I used it for sure.
Yeah. I started using that again. I started using Ronwad, which has actually been helping out quite a bit for me. I feel like my mobility, especially during like being stacked or putting my, where you warm up, you like roll over on your back and try to put your toes on the ground. Like I feel so much better doing that. And then just general flexibility has been helped out a lot. Ramwad isn't really for jujitsu; it's for CrossFit and working out and whatnot. But it has. I looked at the jujitsu or yoga for jujitsu app.
That's the one I use when I use it because he tailors it for people with bad shoulders or bad backs.
Yeah,
that's the one I go with.
And I think it's a good
Sebastian.
Yeah, I think it's a good app, but in Ramwad, it's led. It's a whole 30-minute video of him with music, and like it's a continuous video. And
did you pay for the Yoga BJJ?
No,
it's led the entire time.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just the app. Oh, okay. Maybe I got to go back and double check because I have just the
Bro,
app.
I have literally logged in and he is up doing a live one while his kids are like sleeping next to him in the little bassinet.
From the app, Yoga for BJJ.
Yep, yeah, that's it with Sebastian. Yep.
Huh? Maybe I need to pay for it because right now, let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. Those weren't showing up last time.
Yep, that's it. I was paid, and he leads every one of them.
Oh, I take that back. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try this again.
So when me and you were in Japan, I did that religiously every day before we'd go to work, and I had great results. That's what made me try the hot yoga here in town.
See, before when I first downloaded this app, if you guys have the app, I didn't see all these like led classes at the top. I just saw like the beginner program, and I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh, this is just like."
Look at like the main menu, and you will see yoga for rocks, and that's me. People that are unflexible. Like he has a specific section for people just like me.
That's so funny. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that and try that again.
You should go do a hot yoga class with me. Then we could talk about it on the podcast.
Let's do it.
All right.
When? We can't do it Sunday because
you're pretty busy this weekend. Let's do it next weekend.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Y'all heard him. He agreed.
I am. I'm agreeing. So, and then also, probably our last and final thing, Uke Mike sent us some cool stuff. If you don't know, Uke Mike's episode it's blowing up still.
It's one maple leaf.
Yeah, he sent us a maple leaf. Okay, the Canadian maple leaf. That's pretty freaking cool. And then they sent us a patch also, but their patch is freaking huge.
Damn, look at that!
Like this thing is gigantic.
That's like a cowboy belt buckle.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Jordan, if you're listening to this, because I know you like listening to the solo episodes. If you're still here, is this like are you overcompensating for something? Is that why your patch is so big?
It is like a WWE. If anybody remembers that WWF championship belt.
It's like what is it? Nope, that's not it.
Oh, that's not it.
Yeah, it's like woo.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So we got that. But yeah, so. Thank you, Uke Mike, for sending that. I think I posted it on Instagram. I just thought it was really cool because he sent us a maple leaf too.
That is cool.
It's pretty rad. We should put that up. I gotta do the freaking.
Yeah, I got some patches for you back at my house.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
From where?
The Chula Vista BJJ.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be cool to put on. But yeah, John, you got anything else, man?
No, I don't. I think this was good. It was good to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, guys, if you guys. Please could like, subscribe, follow us on social media, give us a 5-star review wherever you see us, or wherever you listen to us, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcast or whatever. Give us a 5-star review. It's greatly appreciated. The reason that Manscaped found us is because you guys at home giving us great reviews. So thank you guys for that. And other than that, I don't think we have anything. John?
I got nothing, man. I'm ready to check out this fantasy football, though.
Ba-da-ba. What's the ESPN sound?
I don't know.
Whatever. Thanks, guys, for watching. Remember, no oil checks here.
Oos.
All right. Peace.